So the sequence, you know, we've done the sequence. Comes in 2 floor plans, right? Kind of a K, me too, and kind of a hybrid G maybe. But what is this over here? Let's look. This, my friends, is the Tellaro. The Tellaro 20AT. And check out this floor plan. Bed, garage storage, kind of, galley, shower, closet TV, dinette, just like the 59G. Let's go check this out. All right, so here we go. So the floor plan, to me, is kind of a hybrid of a 59G Travato and the Active. And this model has the $14,000 option, which is this pop top thing, which you gotta climb the ladder. Oh, jeez. Wow. Which is hard with all my gear. So I'll just raise this up. So what this is a sleeping surface, essentially. There is, I think, a light up here, and it does have a skylight, which is nice, but I don't see any outlets. So kind of a secondary sleeping surface. And the ladder has to store someplace. Again, I think for kids, that would be cool, but full timing, no. It is an option. So clearly the cab seats spin around. Has a very Hymer-ish looking jump seat here. Excuse me, dinette seat with the 3-point seat belts, which is great. Let me move these guys' books and see how far this table extends. Whoa, it just, ooh, there's gotta be a bar. Okay, I'm assuming there's a bar because there's no way that could flip loose like that. But that's pretty big. I'd say it's as large as the Travatos. A little more, what's the right word? Narrow. So I think that maybe the Travato goes out to about here, and doesn't fold. And again, what you want to do is just really think through, how are you going to use your rig? How are you going to use the floor plan? For a full-timer with me, like me, that really demands a full-time table, the folding is kind of cool, but essentially what happened is I would have it unfolded all the time. So again, just think through very carefully how you're going to use your rig. Now, if you're not going to use it and you flip it up, that does definitely give you some more space in here, which is pretty awesome. This color scheme on the sequence, I do like the color scheme a lot. Really nice, clean, Euro looking. No positive locking. So, I mean, if you have something heavy in there and you take a hard turn, chances are that stuff's gonna fall out. I just don't understand why they don't do that. But the window is a sliding variety. They use the window van chassis, I'm pretty sure. So what that does is it doesn't allow for awning style windows. There's the TV placement. Nobody's a big fan of that. Looking down here, this is kind of cool. So this is, what is this? Well, that's the nice gentleman. LED lighting, here's solar controller, outlet, key hooks. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Love this grab handle. That looks good. Love the Korean quartz. That's really nice. Here's a little, I do mean little, wardrobe. I mean, you can't hang shirts in there because it's not deep enough. Why they didn't make it out to here that you could, my guess is they looked at where the Russo's videos, and this is where your Berkey water filter goes, which means you have to move that to get into here all the time. That is strange, because the cabinet depth goes all the way to here, which is voluminous. Working on my vocabulary for 2020. Voluminous. Yeah, this is really bizarre they didn't move this out to here. I like it that it's split. It's cool that it's split, but That's kind of odd. Galley. Oh my God. Please tell me these are drawers. Winnebago, please pay attention. This is what the Adria in Spain had. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. That, look at that. There's 3 of them. This is exactly what Winnebago needs to do with the Travato galley. That is beautiful. Thank you, Thor. Again, not positive locking. And there's a little tiny bit of resistance. Oh, that one's actually got a fair amount. So it's magnetic. But if you got that thing full of pots and pans, I would feel a lot more confident having a lock button. Residential faucet, that's awesome. Sink, awesome, with a cover to make it, you know, so you have more counter space. This probably could swing out of the way. That's not too bad of a placement. The Hymer is like right in the middle here, so it was really weird. This is cool. I don't know how it works, but outlets instead of in goofy places. Hello, Winnebago, like here. This is really nice. Those are, nope, it's just the 3 of them. And USB. That is awesome. I saw in the sequence there was one on the table, and that needs to be a Winnebago improvement as well. What is the dangly thing for? So the TV swings away, and it actually pivots so you can see it in the bedroom. Boys and girls, look at that. Whoa. Is it gonna work for me? I don't want to pull too hard, but you get the idea. You can actually watch this from in bed. Winnebago, buy new and use new TV mounts. That is awesome. Good job, Thor. I'm liking this rig a lot. All right, let's keep moving. Look at this. Place for your little sponges and things. Love that. Automatic burner. I love the way this looks. It just looks less RV and more residential. High end, right? Window in the galley, ginormous. Love this. Wish mine was bigger, although I do kind of like some of the stuff on the sides. And you can put some spice racks or a knife block, something like that. Same kind of deal here. The microwave, holy cow. This microwave is teensy. Let's look. Yeah, maybe a bag of popcorn, warm up a plate, but that's about it. And maybe that's all you need. Cabinet above the galley. That's where your Truma is. That's kind of interesting. I wish it wasn't glossy, but I love this color. Oh my gosh. So this is the home screen. Hard to see, sorry guys, reflections. So tanks, lights, here's tanks, here's tank heaters, here's water pump. This is why I sort of like my just plain old stuff. What I'm looking for is how do I get hot water or heat? Here's climate. It says I'm disconnected, so maybe that's why it's not coming up. I'm looking for hot water, lights. This is battery stuff. Tanks, water pump, tank heaters. It says I'm disconnected. So, and this is the battery on off here. So maybe that's why. So maybe I shouldn't be worried that the Truma control is back here. So this system would override the manual control here. Okay, spinning around to the bathroom. Looking outside, I think they use a cassette toilet. We'll go verify that, but you could for sure stand and shower in this. LED lighting, nice. What's missing? What's missing? Hurry. Where's the bathroom vent? Okay, this sake of space, they've used these folding sinks, which it does have a faucet, which is cool. But this bad boy is going to fill, so you're brushing your teeth, and if you leave the water running, you're shaving. God, I don't know. At the expense of having a sink, is this an option in a small space like this? Yes. I think I like my sink set up better. And then to empty it, you dump into the little drain thing there, right? Cleaning, I don't know. That cleaning might be a little bit of a... So again, I interrupt our program as I'm editing this video. It just comes to mind. It's the simplest things that get often overlooked in these situations. And as I'm looking at this Tellaro sink compared to my sink. I just want to share this with you. I have a 59G floor plan. People either love, hate, or don't appreciate this sink. So with the fold down sink, what you got to do is you pull it down. Now think of how you brush your teeth, how you shave, how you wash your hands. These sinks, the fold down sinks, all that stuff is going to either pile up right here and or just create a big puddle. And then you got to kind of raise the thing and you dump it. And to me, you're actually using a lot more water to get rid of all the stuff you've just spit out of your mouth or rinse your razor. Sorry to be gross, but it's just those kind of things. And what I do when I brush my teeth is I actually remove this thing because the spit and stuff toothpaste gets kind of caught in that. Using more water to rinse that bad boy versus just spitting into the actual sink itself, the drain, and then just putting a little bit of water in to make that go down. With these fold-up sinks, I think you're going to use a lot more water to get this thing clean. You're probably not going to use your sink, you're going to use your galley sink, or you're going to use a lot more water to clean this thing out on a regular basis. And then you have this, again, kind of the fold-up thing where it, dumps into the drain. And I don't know, that's just why I'm not a fan of these types of sinks. I guess I'm glad they have one, but... and weirdly, it's magnetically fixed, which is really strong and pretty, almost positive blocking. So here's a fan. Whoa. Maybe it's for the toilet? I don't know where that's going or coming from. Holy cow. And then the light is the light up here. That's nice. The shower is, this variety, which is not awesome, and this is gonna spray you in the face, kind of. So I definitely like my Travato shower better. Composting toilet or the cassette toilet, big debate. Let's look at this width. So this was a big bugaboo I had with the Hymer. It was super narrow right here, and this still is. I'm gonna guess it's probably 7/14. Should have brought my measuring tape. So it's probably, I don't know, 16 inches here. Travato is huge space, as you know. Oh, here's a price thing. Let's look. So base is $92. The sleeping pop-up thing is 13 grand. And so the total for this is 106. Which is still expensive, but it's realistic pricing. The pricing game that the manufacturers have an MSRP, and Winnebago does this. The MSRP is 140 grand. The dealer says, hey, I'm taking 30 grand off, so why take any more? These guys kind of start at what I would say is sort of the real price to start with. So I appreciate that. Less gimmicky. Really like that. So way to go for a door, which I love mine. Some don't like those. The floor feel is good. I'd say it feels a little more hollow than my Travato. It looks like residential linoleum, but they've got some weird seam. You can see that, and there's one there. So it's not a continuous roll. Maybe they had to patch this one piece. That's kind of bizarre, right? Let me zoom out for you guys. So let's talk about the bed room. Okay, so it certainly has what I would say is a twin bed on this side. We'll see. Do you know how long this is?
It should be right at 6 foot.
6 foot, okay. So that's about 6 feet, and this one is, unless you want to put in the middle piece, which I'm guessing pulls out right here. Really easy, I might add. There's probably something you lock here to, oh, it goes up on this rail. Wow, you guys can see that one-handed. So then the cushions move. That's really nice. I really, really like the fact that for somebody like me that travels mostly solo, I can use this, I'll call it twin bed, leave the aisleway open, have garage storage, don't have to take my bedding apart, and when I have, someone joining me, a special guy, then we put the bed together and have a large sleeping surface, and that would be really nice. They've done a really nice job on this. This is better than I think the Hymer, which it kind of folded up, so you had to take everything apart to use a functional part of the bed. I think I got that right. God, I love these cabinets. What do you think? the nightlight here, which, let's see if we can get those to work. So they work like that. Push on. Do they have a nightlight? No nightlight, which is sort of unfortunate. This is beautiful. So one huge continuous cabinet. Love that. That's very much a Travato thing. Huge, I'd say the same size as a Travato 59G for sure. And they got 4 of them. So like the Hymer, because of the configuration of the bathroom here in the middle, you get twice as much storage, plus all the stuff down here. Wow, they really done a nice job. I'm liking this a lot. Let's take a peek in here. So here's all your electronics. So that's system space, not for you. And this is, I'm guessing, system space. It's screwed shut, no handles. So probably tanks are in there. Let's take a peek. So storage does have the, apparently the outside faucet for washing off your dog or hosing down your husband if he's a little hot under the collar. So here's storage space. That's pretty cool. I think I'd prefer the sliding doors that I have on the Travato. Again, the window is, I prefer the awning. Because you see how dark these are, right? So if you have this open and your screen pulled across, however that works. I mean, that's the amount of fresh air you get, which is okay, but just look how the glass looks messy, number 1, and dark, number 2. Uh-oh, there it goes. Boy, I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. But anyway, you can lay in bed, look at your view. I do the same thing. Wow, this is really nice. I'll zoom out for you guys. Very impressive. It's got the Coleman. I don't see the 2 things here, so I'm guessing this isn't the non-ducted quiet. Love the color scheme. Look how nice this galley looks. All white. Really light colors. Cabs, seats are done very nicely. Guys, I'm thinking this is a Travato Challenger for sure. So I have another drawer here, like the sequence. I'm guessing it was the dog dish. Nope, just kind of a storage drawer. That's kind of cool. I think I like the idea of a locking cabinet that can be concealed by a rug. So again, kind of looking at the fit and finish here. This is kind of interesting. It's not sharp, unlike the one the other day. I think this could use some trim around it because it looks, you can see the kind of the rough cuts. It does have a woven mat versus a carpet like the Travato. Oh my God, look at this, people. Outlet under the bench, thank you, finally, and USB ports. Would actually prefer it there, I think, because you're gonna snag it on your feet probably. And here you can just kind of get a power strip, which you'd probably end up doing anyway. But thank you. Ooh, this ladder is annoying. So again, the ladder model is the AT20AT. These guys are selling it for $108.92 at the show. I just love the fact this doesn't say $148, $30,000 savings to get to this price. And then you kind of negotiate down to probably what this would really go for. So, but hey, we gave you a $50,000 discount. Yeah, not really. Okay, let's walk around. Zoom out for you guys. Tellaro. We'll have to look up, see if that means anything. So this is, oh, this is for the awning, which has rails, boo on that. These are 110 outlets. Yep. And this is your satellite TV cable. Okay, never used mine. It's got the tool bike rack. It's got the tool awning. And the tool. So that's just a vent. This is USB, so for a bed, that's super sweet. AC. 110 volt, so again, if in bed, that's awesome. Here's water and light for outside use. Where's the light? I don't see the light. Let's peek in the cabinet. I bet it's the other side of that. Where in the hell do you connect that? Keep looking. This is cool. This is really well thought out here. So in the cold weather, well, in the Travato, there's 3 vents. There's one where that is placed. You see right there. And there's kind of one in the front underneath the dinette. There's one there. So what these guys have done, put their 3rd right here, which is awesome because when the bed is down, this space gets really cold, colder than the front because there's no heat source. There's one right here, but it kind of is covered up by the bed being down. So having it here, the heat would rise up like this, which is really nice. Good job, Thor. All these little pockety things. Let's go around this side. Water. Love the fact it's got a cool icon, not a goofy city sticker. Feel that, that's cool. Guess what the problem is kind of here? You're fighting the flap a little bit again. Put that back. Oh, there it goes. It's like a gas cap. Shh. Gravity fed water. This is for city fill? I don't know. They're not labeled, which maybe I do like. So here's the light. Again, kind of a weird place. This is the cassette toilet. That would come out. It's probably locked. Yeah. So you open this door and then the cassette comes out, and that's where the toilet waste goes. Light, nice, kind of weird position. I think I prefer it up above. Maybe they put it down here for aesthetics, which I get that. But it's really going to illuminate just down here. Here's your gray tank waste. And then Truma, awesome job. This is nice. The 90-degree angle versus things sticking straight out and then hanging down. That's cool. And here's your propane. And then of course the gas. If I was Winnebago, I'd be a little nervous. This is a nice rig. And if this was on the market, I would really have a ball toss on those two. Guys, I really like this floor plan. If this was between this or the Travato 59G when I was buying mine, it would be a real serious horse race. I think the build quality on the Travato is better, like some of the cabinetry stuff. They're not using Technoform, I don't think, these guys, whereas Winnebago does. So I think that wood just feels more rich. This, I'll show you this. This is kind of cheap. You see that moving? You know, as you'd expect in a, kind of a cheap trailer camper, versus solid wood in quotes, that I have in my Travato and you would have in yours. But I really like the color scheme. Oh my God, thank you, Winnebago, get on it. Look at these drawers. I'm just in shock and awe on these drawers. How much more efficient that is versus that cabinet with a door. So they've really rethought the engineering here on the systems inside behind the cabinet. I would say they've actually Frankensteined the Hymer and the Adria a bit, which I think is really cool. So Joe, Lazydays.
How you doing?
Tell me about the lithium system. That's very curious to my.
Well, compared to the 2.8 Owens gas generator, you get a 3,000 inverter instead of a 1,000 inverter, two 5,500 kilowatt batteries.
How many amp hours is that? Do you know?
600
or yeah, like 87 watt hours, right?
600.
600. Okay.
You should be able to run your air conditioner for up to 5 hours,
okay,
trouble-free. And at that point, the motor will start with its 200 amp alternator.
Right.
and it's separate from the factory alternator. It will cycle, take about an hour to charge it back up to 80, then it'll come down to 30. The car will start again, go back up to 80, and it'll cycle 5 times.
5 times, okay, that's cool.
Okay.
And that's Master Volt? Is that who's making these?
Master Volt,
Master Volt,
yes.
okay.
Yeah, it comes with a 5-year warranty on the batteries and the whole system.
Okay.
Over the 1-year standard.
Okay. Wow, that's
coach
cool.
warranty.
That's great, man. Good job. That really helps. Yeah, I'm impressed by these guys, I'll tell you. And it comes with a flagpole. Look at that. I mean, that's a cellular booster.
And you get to keep the doors open, too.
Yeah, it comes with a cellular booster. How funny. All right. All right. Thank you. Really appreciate you tuning in. If you got something out of it, really appreciate a thumb up. Comment as always. If you haven't subscribed and you've made it through this long, you're into the Class B RVs, you're into the RV lifestyle, you're into van life, you're into travel, you're into all this kind of stuff. I really appreciate you subscribing and following us for the journey. My name is Scott, your host here at Go Small, Live Large, where we talk about the places we go, the people we meet, and the vans we love and not so love. So once again, really appreciate you being out there. Until we see you soon, I wish you to grab your RV freedom. See ya.